The bakery opened before the city, before the traffic filled the street. A wooden sign hung by the doorway, a familiar place for tired feet. The owner placed flowers by the counter, then started making coffee slow. She knew the names of early visitors and smiled at everyone she knew. Her radio played an old song softly behind the shelves of bread and tea. The morning felt a little different from all the days I used to see. Nobody came searching for a memory. Nobody knew what they would find. Just a simple stop along the way that stayed somewhere inside the mind. The bakery opened early and gave me a reason to stay. I came for coffee and a moment, but found a brighter kind of day. The sound of cups beside the counter, the music playing in the room, a stranger smile, a warm hello made the whole place start to bloom. Some places become special quietly without a reason we can't explain. Mine started with the bakery door opening early in the rain. A painter sat beside the window, sketching faces passing by. A teacher read some handwritten notes before the students arrived. The baker shared a story from yesterday while preparing another tray about a customer who came for years and never forgot this place. Outside, the city kept on moving. People followed different roads. Inside, the little bakery carried all the stories people showed. Maybe the best parts of a day are waiting in familiar places. A simple word, a friendly smile, a room filled with unknown faces. The bakery opened early and gave me a reason to stay. I came for coffee and a moment, but found a brighter kind of day. The sound of cups beside the counter, the music playing in the room, a stranger smile, a warm hello made the whole place start to bloom. Some places become special quietly without a reason we can't explain. Mine started with a bakery door opening early in the rain. Years may change the streets surrounded, new signs may replace the old, but I will remember that small bakery and the kindness that it showed. Not every beautiful memory arrives with something grand. Sometimes it waits beside a counter with a coffee in your hand. The bakery opened early and changed an ordinary day. A simple cup, a familiar song, a moment that decided to stay. I never planned to find a story when I walked through that door, but I left carrying a feeling I had never felt before. The city kept moving forward, the streets became the same again, but I still remember that bakery and the morning I found a friend. Some days began story waiting within. I passed the cafe near my apartment, the one I visited every day. But something pulled me down another street, so I decided not to turn away. A small cafe beside the bookstore had a table waiting by the door. The chairs were old, the walls were simple, but I wanted to stay a little more. The barista smiled behind the counter, asking how my day had been. A song was playing from the speakers, like an old friend welcoming me in. I wasn't looking for a moment, I wasn't trying to find a sign. I only took a different road and found something beautiful in time. The coffee was worth the walk, every step was worth the time. I found a place I didn't know, with a feeling that felt like mine. The coffee was worth the walk, not because of what I drank, but because of all the little things I noticed on the way. A friendly face, a quiet song, a story waiting to begin. Sometimes the longest roads we take are where the best days start to live. A florist carried flowers across the street, a musician played beside the wall. Someone laughed while sharing stories with a friend they hadn't seen in years at all. The cafe filled with gentle voices, cups and conversations passing by. I opened up a book I carried and watched the afternoon go by. The drink arrived beside the table with a simple name written on the cup. I took the first sip and started smiling, knowing I had chosen well enough. Maybe we don't need a reason to change the plans we always make. Sometimes a different road can show us a memory we didn't expect to take. The coffee was worth the walk, every step was worth the time. I found a place I didn't know, with a feeling that felt like mine. The coffee was worth the walk, not because of what I drank, but because of all the little things I noticed on the way. A friendly face, a quiet song, a story waiting to begin. Sometimes the longest roads we take are where the best days start to live. If I had chosen the usual street, if I had followed what I knew, I might have missed this little cafe and this simple view. Some memories don't arrive loudly, they simply appear one day, hidden in an unexpected turn along a familiar way. The coffee was worth the walk, and every step became a part of a day I will remember with a warm and grateful heart. The coffee was worth the walk, more than a cup could ever be. It gave me time to slow down and notice what was around me. A quiet song, a friendly smile, a place I almost passed right by. Sometimes the best parts of a day are waiting somewhere nearby. I came looking for a coffee, but I found stayed with me long after I left. The cafe lights were still glowing when I finally walked away. Some places give you more than coffee, they give you a beautiful day. The bus arrived right on schedule. People gathered near the street. I checked the time upon my phone and watched the doors close quietly. I could have made it to the station, I could have followed what I knew, but something told me not to hurry, so I stayed a moment where I stood. A small shop opened down the corner, a baker carried boxes inside. A bicycle passed beside the pavement, with flowers hanging on each side. Nobody noticed that I stayed behind. Nobody asked me why. I only took another minute and let the day pass by. I missed the bus on purpose and found a different kind of day. I didn't lose a single moment, I found another way. I missed the bus on purpose and saw what I usually miss. A simple street, a friendly smile, a moment as beautiful as this. Sometimes slowing down can show us things we never knew were there. Sometimes the best parts of a journey are found before we get somewhere. I stopped beside a small flower shop, listening to a song inside. The owner watered plants by the doorway while the customers passed by. A musician played near the station with a worn guitar in his hands. A few people stopped to listen before they continued with their plans. The next bus came a little later, but I didn't mind the wait, because those extra minutes gave me a story I would never trade. Maybe every day has hidden moments waiting for us to see. Not every change is something difficult, sometimes it sets us free. I missed the bus on purpose and found a different kind of day. I didn't lose a single moment, I found another way. I missed the bus on purpose and saw what I usually miss. A simple street, a friendly smile, a moment as beautiful as this. Sometimes slowing down can show us things we never knew were there. Sometimes the best parts of a journey are found before we get somewhere. The city kept on moving forward, the same as every day, but I was moving at my own pace and that felt okay. A few minutes changed the picture, a small choice changed the view. I didn't plan to find a memory, but somehow I found one too. I missed the bus on purpose and gained a moment of my own. A quiet street, a familiar song, a feeling I could take back home. I missed the bus on purpose and I finally understood that every day has little surprises waiting somewhere close and good. The ride was only transportation, the journey was something more. I found a reason to remember what I was looking for. bus on purpose and found a brighter way. The next bus arrived slowly. I smiled and stepped inside, carrying a simple memory from the time I chose to stay outside. I found a bench beside the garden, hidden underneath the maple tree. The paint was faded from the seasons, but it looked like home to me. A book was resting on the wooden seat, left there by someone passing through. A cup of coffee sat beside it, still waiting for its owner too. The park was slowly getting busier. Children laughed across the grass. People walked along the pathway while the clouds were moving past. I wasn't searching for a place to stay. I wasn't looking for a sign. I only sat there for a moment and left the busy world behind. The bench under the maple tree became my favorite place to be. A quiet song, a gentle breeze, a simple kind of memory. The bench under the maple tree held stories from the days before. I came with nothing on my mind, but left with something more. Sometimes a place doesn't need a reason. Sometimes a moment feels complete when we slow down and finally notice the beauty waiting at our feet. An old man read beside the fountain, turning pages one by one. A painter captured flowers nearby, enjoying the afternoon sun. A little dog ran through the garden, chasing shadows on the ground. Its owner laughed and followed slowly as they walked another round. I watched the city from a distance without needing to be there. For a while I had no schedule and no worries to compare. Maybe we spend too much time searching for places far away when something wonderful is waiting in an ordinary day. The bench under the maple tree became my favorite place to be. A quiet song, a gentle breeze, a simple kind of memory. The bench under the maple tree held stories from the days before. I came with nothing on my mind, but left with something more. Sometimes a place doesn't need a reason. Sometimes a moment feels complete when we slow down and finally notice the beauty waiting at our feet. Years may change the park around it, new flowers may grow nearby, but I will remember that small corner underneath the open sky. Not because it was extraordinary, not because it stood apart, but because that simple wooden bench found a place inside my heart. The bench under the maple tree was more than just a place to rest. It gave me time to hear the music of the moments I love best. The bench under the maple tree still lives inside my memory. A quiet afternoon, a peaceful smile, a page from my own story. I could see. But I found a beautiful moment under the maple tree. Some days leave behind a feeling that stays longer than we know. Mine began with a simple bench in the shade of a maple tree. The leaves will fall and seasons change. The park will carry on, but I will always remember the place where I slowed down. We were heading home after the city, with nowhere special left to go. The usual road was waiting for us, the same familiar route we know. You looked across the street and smiled, pointing to a different path. A small road beside the garden, where we had never stopped to look back. The shops were closing one by one, the lights were shining through the glass. People were finishing their journeys as another day was moving past. We didn't need to reach a destination, we didn't have a place to be. Sometimes the best parts of a journey are found when we walk slowly. We took the longer way home and found a world we didn't know. A street we had forgotten, a story waiting to unfold. We took the longer way home with conversations in between, the kind of moments we remember more than places we have seen. No special plans, no perfect timing, just a road beneath our feet. Some days become unforgettable from the choices we make casually. We stopped beside an old bookstore where handwritten signs filled the wall. A small cafe was closing slowly, but the owner waved hello to us all. We shared stories about our favorite places and laughed about the things we missed. Funny how a simple change of direction could create a day like this. The city sounded different somehow when we were not rushing through. Every street had something waiting, every turn showed something new. Maybe we are always searching for moments that feel right, but sometimes they appear beside us when we choose a different line. We took the longer way home and found a world we didn't know. A street we had forgotten, a story waiting to unfold. We took the longer way home with conversations in between, the kind of moments we remember more than places we have seen. No special plans, no perfect timing, just a road beneath our feet. Some days become unforgettable from the choices we make casually. Years from now, I might not remember every place we stopped that day, but I will remember your laughter and how we chose a different way. A simple walk became a chapter, a normal day became a song. Sometimes the things we never planned are where our memories belong. We took the longer way home and gave the day a little more time. We found beauty in the places we used single choice, a simple moment, a memory we still hold. The city kept on changing, the seasons came and went, but that longer road reminds me of how the best days are spent. Not every journey needs a reason, not every road needs to be known. Sometimes the sweetest memories begin when we take the longer way home. So if we have nowhere to hurry and another road appears, maybe we will take it again and see what we find there. There's a tiny cafe on 7th Street with wooden chairs that never match. The chalkboard menu leans a little sideways, someone always forgets to fix it back. The owner opens just past 7, turns the sign from close to come on in. The smell of bread slips through the doorway before the city's fully awake. A guitarist tunes a weathered 6-string near the window by the plants. No microphone, no fancy spotlight, just a quiet tune between old friends. Nobody claps when he starts playing, nobody asks him who he is. The room just grows a little warmer, one gentle chorus, one peaceful morning. Some songs don't need an introduction, they simply find the hearts that listen. A song from the corner cafe turned an ordinary Tuesday around. Coffee cooled beside my notebook while every note settled softly down. I came for breakfast and a quiet hour, I left with something I couldn't hold, a melody stitched into the morning, worth much more than silver or gold. Some places stay inside your memory long after you've walked away. Mine begins with coffee cups and a song from the corner cafe. The baker carried out fresh cinnamon rolls, laughing with the floors next door. A student missed 2 ringing phone calls, reading 1 chapter more. A little boy danced by the doorway, trying to copy the guitar. His mother smiled without stopping him, everyone smiled where they were. Outside the buses kept arriving, people hurried through the square. Inside the music kept its own clock, without a single reason to rush. The windows framed a moving city, the cafe held a slower time. Sometimes the smallest little places teach us how to breathe again. Funny how an ordinary morning can quietly become your favorite one. A song from the corner cafe turned an ordinary Tuesday around. Coffee cooled beside my notebook while every note settled softly down. I came for breakfast and a quiet hour, I left with something I couldn't hold, a melody stitched into the morning, worth much more than silver or gold. Some places stay inside your memory long after you've walked away. Mine begins with coffee cups and a song from the corner cafe. Years from now I might forget which table happened to be mine, or what I ordered from the menu, or even how the weather looked, but I'll remember how the room felt like the world had pressed pause for a while. A little music, warm conversation, and strangers sharing the same peaceful smile. A song from the corner cafe still finds me every now and then. Whenever life becomes too noisy, I know exactly where to begin. Past the flowers by the doorway, past the little bell above the frame, there's always one familiar melody waiting there without my name. Coffee, laughter, open windows. I only came to look around a few spare minutes before lunch. The little bookstore by the station always felt too warm to rush. The bell above the wooden doorway rang a note I'd heard before. Shelves were leaning just a little, like they couldn't hold one story more. A handwritten card said staff favorite, tucked inside a row of blue. I reached to straighten one small corner, then somehow it reached for me too. I told myself just one quick chapter before I headed on my way, but every page kept whispering softly, stay a little longer today. Some afternoons rewrite themselves without asking for permission. The book I didn't plan to buy found its way into my hands, not because I needed something, but because it seemed to understand. Every page felt like a window opening somewhere new. I walked in with empty pockets and walked out carrying a view. Some stories wait so patiently until the timing feels just right. The book I didn't plan to buy came home with me that night. The cashier wrapped it up with care in simple paper tied with string. She slipped a tiny bookmark inside, painted with little autumn leaves. Outside the station filled with footsteps, people hurried train to train. I found a bench beneath the platform clock and read another page again. A child pointed at the cover as his father held his hand. He asked if heroes lived inside it. I smiled, I think they can. The loudspeaker called departures. The afternoon kept moving on, but for a little while the whole world fit inside those printed lines. Sometimes the quietest adventures begin before you even leave. The book I didn't plan to buy found its way into my hands, not because I needed something, but because it seemed to understand. Every page felt like a window opening somewhere new. I walked in with empty pockets and walked out carrying a view. Some stories wait so patiently until the timing feels just right. The book I didn't plan to buy came home with me that night. Maybe someone else once loved it, maybe someone let it go. Funny how one worn out paperback can travel farther than we know. One day I'll place it on a shelf with little notes between the pages, waiting for another stranger to begin another journey. The book I didn't plan to buy still waits beside my favorite chair. Its cover shows a few more creases from the evenings we have shared. Whenever life gets much too noisy, I turn to chapter 1 once more, not to escape the world around me, but to see it differently than before. Some purchases become possessions, others quietly become a friend. The book I didn't plan to buy still hasn't reached its end. The receipt became a bookmark, the story became a memory, and the walk home felt shorter somehow. The train rolled in without a hurry, morning painted on the glass. Most seats were already taken, then I found one at the back, right beside the biggest window, where the city drifted by. Coffee warming both my hands, a little playlist by my side. The door slid shut behind us, building slowly slipped away. A baker waved from across the street while stacking bread for someone's day. Funny how the perfect morning sometimes comes with nothing planned, just a quiet seat beside the window, watching life pass hand in hand. Window seat, please, that's enough for me. Let the whole world roll by slowly. Every cross and every rooftop has another little story. I don't mind where this train is going, as long as I can watch the view. Some mornings feel a little brighter simply because they do. Window seat, please, one more ride. I'll let the city write my mind. A little girl counted bicycles, every bridge we passed beneath. An old man folded yesterday's paper before closing tired eyes to dream. Someone practiced English softly, reading signs outside the train. A student laughed into a phone call, trying hard to miss the rain. The station names kept changing like chapters in a favorite book. Each stop welcomed different strangers, each face another story untold. Maybe every passing window carries someone's ordinary day, and for one quiet little moment our stories travel the same way. Window seat, please, that's enough for me. Let the whole world roll by slowly. Every cross and every rooftop has another little story. I don't mind where this train is going, as long as I can watch the view. Some mornings feel a little brighter simply because they do. Window seat, please, one more ride. I'll let the city write my mind. Tomorrow someone else will sit here holding coffee just like mine, looking out across the skyline, wondering what they'll find. Maybe they'll notice the flower shop or the cat beside the tracks. Maybe they'll leave carrying memories instead of souvenirs. Window seat, please, that's enough for me. No better place I'd rather be. The city's moving, hearts are beating. Quiet stories passing by. Every station keeps a memory. Every journey leaves a trace. Sometimes happiness is simply finding your favorite place. Window seat, please, one last smile. The ride was always worth the while. The doors opened, the morning waited. I stepped outside, still carrying the view. The weather forecast promised sunshine, but the clouds had other plans. The cafe moved its chairs inside. Someone laughed and shrugged their hands. A newspaper lifted gently, rolling halfway down the street. The florist gathered potted flowers, one by one beneath the roof. I checked my watch without a reason, still had nowhere else to be. The sky grew darker by the minute, yet nobody seemed to leave. It's funny how the world gets quieter just before the first drop falls, like everyone's waiting together for something small to begin. 3 minutes before the rain, the whole town held its breath. Coffee cups stayed warm on tables. No one hurried yet. The wind turned one more page on a menu by the door. Sometimes the sweetest memories happen just before the storm. 3 minutes before the rain, everything felt wonderfully slow. A waitress handed out umbrellas to the people near the door. Someone scooted one chair closer, making room for someone more. The baker covered baskets quickly, still smiling through the rush. A boy reached up to catch the raindrops before they reached the ground. Then the pavement found its mirror, reflecting windows, trees, and light. Every puddle held a little city upside down, but looking right. We could have run for shelter, instead we watched the sky. Some moments asked for patience, not another place to hide. 3 minutes before the rain, the whole town held its breath. Coffee cups stayed warm on tables. No one hurried yet. The wind turned one more page on a menu by the door. Sometimes the sweetest memories happen just before the storm. 3 minutes before the rain, everything felt wonderfully slow. When the first drop finally landed, nobody seemed surprised. The street applauded softly with 1,000 silver lines. Funny how the rain arrived exactly when it should, turning one ordinary afternoon into something worth remembering. 3 minutes before the rain still comes back now and then. Whenever clouds begin gathering, I remember where I've been. Some people only see bad coffee, easy conversations, and laughter on wet sidewalks. 3 minutes before the rain became my favorite part of the day. The rain kept falling, we kept smiling, and nobody checked the time. On a busy weekday, people gathered by the line. A courier checked another message. Someone balanced coffee high. A little girl in yellow rain boots counted stripes beneath her feet. Her father laughed and joined the game, making waiting feel complete. The signal blinked its final seconds. Cars slowed down without a sound. For one small moment, everyone shared the very same countdown. Funny how a simple crossing can bring strangers side by side. Different stories, different mornings, meeting for a little while. The crosswalk turned green today, and the whole street moved as one. Shoes and wheels and quiet laughter flowing underneath the sun. One small light said, now's the moment. One small step became a start. Sometimes all we really need is a reason to move our hearts. The crosswalk turned green today, so I walked without a hurry. Halfway to the other sidewalk, an elderly man dropped his cane. Before he had the chance to reach it, 3 hands moved without a name. Someone held the shopping bag, someone picked up scattered fruit. The light was almost changing back, still nobody rushed to move. The signal turned from green to flashing. Cars kept waiting patiently for one small act of simple kindness to finish naturally. No applause came from the corner, no headlines filled the evening news. Just another ordinary morning, quietly becoming good. The crosswalk turned green today, and the whole street moved as one. Shoes and wheels and quiet laughter flowing underneath the sun. One small light said, now's the moment. One small step became a start. Sometimes all we really need is a reason to move our hearts. The crosswalk turned green today, so I walked without a hurry. Maybe kindness looks this simple, helping someone cross the street. Tiny moments rarely ask us to become something we aren't. They just arrive without a warning, then quietly become a memory, waiting for another morning to happen all again. The crosswalk turned green today, but something else was changing too. Not the city, not the traffic, just the way I saw the view. Every stranger has a story, every face a place to be. Maybe sharing one small moment is enough to change a week. The crosswalk turned green today, and I carried that feeling home. One green light, one kind smile, one order bell rang softly just as I stepped through the door. Most of the shelves were empty now, only crumbs and a little more. I smiled and asked the woman working if there's anything left today. She looked behind the glass and answered, one last cookie came your way. A customer standing near the window turned around with an easy grin. I was going to take it home, but I think you should have this. It wasn't wrapped in anything fancy. It wasn't large or perfectly round. Still somehow the tiny kindness made the whole room brighter somehow. You saved me the last cookie without even knowing my name. It wasn't about the cookie, it was the kindness that remained. Funny how the smallest gesture can stay with someone for years. A simple choice on an ordinary day became a favorite memory here. You saved me the last cookie, and somehow that changed my day. We found a table by the window, talking over coffee cups about favorite neighborhoods and little places worth getting lost. The baker brought 2 paper napkins, then quietly walked away, smiling like she'd seen this story 100 different ways. Outside, the afternoon kept moving. People hurried down the street. Inside, we traded little stories like old friends who just met. Some conversations don't need reasons. Some friendships don't need plans. Sometimes a shared dessert is all it takes to make the world feel small again. You saved me the last cookie without even knowing my name. It wasn't about the cookie, it was the kindness that remained. Funny how the smallest gesture can stay with someone for years. A simple choice on an ordinary day became a favorite memory here. You saved me the last cookie, and somehow that changed my day. I wonder if you still remember the quiet afternoon at 3. You probably forgot about it, but it still comes back to me. That's the thing about kindness, it travels farther than we know, leaving little echoes behind us wherever people go. You saved me the last cookie. Now every time I stop by there, I order one for someone else, just in case they're having one of those days. Because happiness keeps moving from one heart into another, like warm cookies across a table, passed from stranger into friend. You saved me the last cookie. Now it's my turn to pass it on. The paper bag grew lighter, my heart didn't. Some gifts are never really finished. Platform 2 was never crowded, just a little slower than the rest. People stood with paper coffee cups and backpacks hanging from their shoulders. The station clock kept quiet company, counting moments without a sound. The morning passing train was running late, but nobody seemed upset. A violin floated through the hallway, played by someone near the stairs. The melody wandered between strangers, like it already knew us all. Nobody asked for an encore, nobody reached for their phone. For just a while the station wasn't busy, it simply felt like home. The view from platform 2 was better than I ever knew. Not because the train was late, but because I stayed to look. Every suitcase held a story, every ticket had a dream. Sometimes waiting isn't empty, it's fuller than it seems. The view from platform 2 stayed with me long after I left. A little boy counted passing pigeons, his grandfather counted trains. A woman folded yesterday's newspaper into a paper crane. Someone offered half a sandwich to a traveler with tired eyes. A quiet thank you crossed the platform without asking to be heard. Then the violin found another chorus, even softer than before. The station echoed gently like an old familiar room. The train arrived a little later, no one seemed to really care. Some mornings aren't about arriving, they're about who's waiting there. The view from platform 2 was better than I ever knew. Not because the train was late, but because I stayed to look. Every suitcase held a story, every ticket had a dream. Sometimes waiting isn't empty, it's fuller than it seems. The view from platform 2 stayed with me long after I left. One day I'll probably forget the number written on the train, but I'll remember that violin floating gently through the rain, and the strangers standing quietly sharing one unplanned delay, finding something unexpectedly beautiful on an ordinary weekday. The view from platform 2 still visits now and then. Whenever life begins to hurry, I remember waiting there again. Some places aren't on postcards, some moments aren't designed, but they quietly become the stories we carry through our lives. The view from platform 2 never really disappeared. The doors closed slowly, the music faded, the memory didn't. I almost walked right past it, growing through a little crack between two old gray paving stones on a busy downtown path. People hurried with umbrellas, phones and meetings on their minds. Nobody seemed to notice the smallest bloom in town. Its petals leaned toward the sunlight, though the building stood so tall. It never asked the world to stop, it simply bloomed through it all. Funny what we finally notice when we slow our footsteps down. The smallest things are often waiting where we've walked 100 times. That tiny flower by the sidewalk, didn't know it changed my day. Standing brave between the concrete, growing anyway. It didn't need a perfect garden or a fence painted white. Sometimes hope looks like a flower blooming in plain sight. That tiny flower by the sidewalk still grows inside my mind. girl tugged at her mother's sleeve, pointing with excited eyes. They both stopped for just a moment, then shared a quiet smile. An old man watering nearby turned the hose a little more, making sure the tiny blossom would greet tomorrow too. The traffic kept on moving, the signal changed from red to green, yet one small patch of yellow became the brightest thing I'd seen. The world doesn't always whisper, sometimes it grows instead, patiently beside the places where we least expect it. That tiny flower by the sidewalk didn't know it changed my day, standing brave between the concrete, growing anyway. It didn't need a perfect garden or a fence painted white. Sometimes hope looks like a flower blooming in plain sight. That tiny flower by the sidewalk still grows inside my mind. Years from now, another sidewalk may replace the one I knew, but somewhere there'll be another flower waiting for someone to notice. Maybe that's how kindness works, quietly appearing every day, not asking to be remembered, yet never fading away. That tiny flower by the sidewalk taught me more than words could say. Life keeps finding little openings even on the hardest days. Now whenever I feel hurried, I remember where it grew, and I leave a little room to notice something new. That tiny flower by the sidewalk still reminds me to slow down. One small flower, one busy street, one unforgettable day. The cafe lights grew a little softer as the afternoon slipped away. The lunch crowd turned into quiet readers, and the music changed its pace. Someone packed the chairs outside, the flower pots were brought indoors. The barista wiped the wooden counter, humming like the song was hers. You looked up from your second coffee, said one more story before we go. So we stayed a little longer, watching evening settle slow. The clock kept moving without asking, nobody seemed to mind. Some conversations only happen when there's nowhere else to be. We stayed until they closed tonight, till the last warm light was gone. The coffee cups were long since empty, still the moments carried on. No celebration, no occasion, nothing written on the page, just two friends talking through the evening while the city changed its face. We stayed until they closed tonight, and somehow time thanked us for it. The owner flipped the sign to closed, then smiled before locking the door. Take your time, she softly whispered, I've seen evenings like this before. Outside the streets were calmer now, shop windows shimmered after rain. The bakery next door had finished, leaving only bread's sweet scent. We walked without deciding where to go, following streets we always knew. stories don't need proving, they simply learn to stay. We stayed until they closed tonight, till the last warm light was gone. The coffee cups were long since empty, still the moments carried on. No celebration, no occasion, nothing written on the page, just two friends talking through the evening while the city changed its face. We stayed until they closed tonight, and somehow time thanked us for it. Years from now I might forget what song was softly playing then, but I'll remember laughing so hard the owner laughed along with us. Some places don't become special because they're famous or brand new. They become special because of the people sitting there with you. We stayed until they closed tonight, long after every chair was stacked. The quiet streets became our soundtrack as we slowly wandered back. Some evenings ask for nothing more than one more story, one more smile. If tomorrow comes too quickly, we'll find another little while. We stayed until they closed tonight, and that was more than enough. The lights went out, the door clicked shut. The conversation never really ended. It started like 100 mornings, same old shoes and same routine. I nearly chose the quickest sidewalk without looking in between. Then a balloon escaped a child, floating gently through the square. Everyone stopped to watch it rising, even strangers stopped to stare. A street musician changed his playlist, playing something bright and new. Without realizing what had happened, the whole day changed its view. Funny how one little moment can quietly rewrite a plan. Sometimes life is waiting for us just beyond the usual path. I almost walked past this day thinking it was just the same, but every corner held a story waiting quietly by name. One small pause became a memory, one small smile became a friend. Sometimes the best days find us when we aren't looking for them. I almost walked past this day, I'm so glad I didn't. The bakery gave away the last loaf to an elderly man in line. A girl returned a missing wallet before anyone asked why. The traffic lights kept changing colors, children laughed beside the park. Someone shared an umbrella freely with a stranger in the dark. Nothing made the evening headlines, nothing famous filled the news. Still the day kept stitching moments into something I could use. Maybe ordinary Tuesdays carry quiet miracles, not the kind that stop the world, the kind that soften it instead. I almost walked past this day thinking it was just the same, but every Sometimes the best days find us when we aren't looking for them. I almost walked past this day. I'm so glad I didn't. Tomorrow might look ordinary, just another page to turn. But now I know to leave some room for little things to surprise me. The happiest chapters rarely begin with fireworks in the sky. They begin with noticing what was already there. I almost walked past this day. Now I carry it with me in every cup of morning coffee, in every street I choose to see. If another ordinary Tuesday knocks upon my door again, I'll open it a little wider, knowing what it might contain. I almost walked past this day. Now I never want to rush it. Nothing extraordinary happened, yet everything felt different. That was enough. The bridge was halfway home from downtown, a path I'd taken every week. Nothing new about the railing or the river underneath. People hurried past with bicycles. Evening trains rolled slowly by. The city's windows started glowing one by one against the sky. I stopped to time my worn-out sneakers, leaning gently on the rail. That's when I noticed orange color spilling softly through the clouds. I almost kept on walking like every other day before. Funny how one quiet minute can open an unnoticed door. The sky changed on the bridge tonight without asking anyone to stay. Blue turned into shades of amber, closing one more ordinary day. Cars below became small rivers, headlights dancing side by side. For a little while the whole wide city forgot how fast to drive. The sky changed on the bridge tonight, and somehow so did I. A photographer packed his camera after taking one last frame. A couple leaned against the railing, smiling without saying names. Someone tossed a paper airplane, watching where the wind would lead. It circled once above the water, then disappeared beyond the trees. The evening breeze grew slightly cooler, streetlights quietly came alive. The river carried fading colors further than my eyes could find. No announcement marked the moment, no applause filled up the air. Still it felt like something precious, simply because I was there. The sky changed on the bridge tonight without asking anyone to stay. Blue turned into shades of amber, closing one more ordinary day. Cars below became small rivers, headlights dancing side by side. For a little while the whole wide city forgot how fast to drive. The sky changed on the bridge tonight, and somehow so did I. Tomorrow the colors will be different, maybe hidden behind the rain, but I'll remember this evening whenever life feels rushed again. Some views aren't waiting on postcards, they live between the days we know, right where we're usually too busy to stop and watch them glow. The sky changed on the bridge tonight, painting rooftops gold and red. The city slowly turned the page, while daylight whispered its farewell. I didn't take a single picture, still I remember every shade. Some memories become brighter because they're never framed. The sky changed on the bridge tonight and followed me all the way home. The river kept flowing, the colors disappeared, but the evening stayed with me. Everyone else took the main road, past the traffic and the lights. We turned into a narrow alley, hidden just beyond the sign. There was an old blue bicycle, always leaning by the wall. The neighborhood cat watched every visitor like it knew us after all. Fresh laundry danced above the walkway, paper lanterns swayed with ease. Someone watered tiny flower pots, greeting everyone they met. It never showed up on a map or any travel guide we'd seen. Still somehow it felt more welcome than places everyone could reach. Our favorite shortcut home was never really about the time. It was every little hello, waiting down the line, the baker closing up the shop, the florist sweeping leaves away. The tiny world between two streets made the longest days feel light. Our favorite shortcut home always gave us one more smile. A little boy practiced riding without his training wheels. At last, his grandmother clapped from the doorway. Every time he made it past, the tailor rolled the shutters downward with a cheerful wave goodbye. Someone shared warm roasted chestnuts, fresh from a paper bag. Music drifted from an open window, someone learning one new song. Nobody minded every wrong note, they simply sang along. Funny how familiar faces can brighten ordinary streets, not because they know your story, just because they always greet. Our favorite shortcut home was never really about the time. It was every little hello, waiting down the line, the baker closing up the shop, the florist sweeping leaves away. The tiny world between two streets made the longest days feel light. Our favorite shortcut home always gave us one more smile. One day the shops may all look different, new names hanging over old doors, but I hope the kindness stays here like it always has before. Because streets are built with concrete, neighborhoods are built with hearts, and every friendly evening greeting quietly quietly becomes a part of us. Our favorite shortcut home still waits beyond the busy road, full of little everyday moments most people never notice. I'll gladly walk a little farther if it means passing through this place. Some roads don't save you minutes, they simply make a better day. Our favorite shortcut home will always be the longer way. Just one more corner, just one more wave, then home. The bus was almost at your corner, only one more stop to go. Outside the evening lights were glowing, painting gold across the road. You pointed at the little bakery, still preparing tomorrow's bread. The baker waved without a reason, flour dust resting on his hands. Someone carried home fresh flowers, a child hugged a paper kite. The city slowly changed its rhythm, trading rush for softer lights. Nobody wanted to say goodbye, not because it felt too hard. We just knew this little journey still had one more page to write. One more stop together before the evening says goodnight. Let's keep talking just a little longer while the windows fill with light. The ride will end in just a minute, but the stories don't have to. Sometimes the best conversations need one stop more with you. One more stop together, that's all I wanted today. The driver smiled into the mirror, humming with the radio. A couple near the back were laughing at a joke we'd never know. Someone offered up their seat to a woman with heavy bags. She thanked them with the warmest smile that lingered long after she sat. The bus rolled slowly through familiar streets, past the grocery and the park. Every stop carried another memory, quietly collecting in my heart. Funny how familiar places look different near the end of day. When you're sitting with good company, the whole world feels okay. One more stop together before the evening says goodnight. Let's keep talking just a little longer while the windows fill with light. The ride will end in just a minute, but the stories don't have to. Sometimes the best conversations need one stop more with you. One more stop together, that's all I wanted today. Tomorrow we'll probably take the very same route once again, but I know every shared journey is never quite the same. Some memories aren't made by places or photographs we keep. They're made by ordinary evenings that quietly run deep. One more stop together before we both head home. Thank you for another simple day that never felt alone. When the doors slide slowly open and our footsteps part in two, I'll carry every little laugh the whole walk home through. One more stop together turned an ordinary ride into mine. bus pulled away, I was still smiling. By the time I reached my street, the windows glowed one after one. Someone was setting dinner plates. Someone called their children home. The flower shop had closed its shutters, leaving buckets by the door. The old bookstore switched off its sign, just like it had done before. A bicycle leaned against the fence, still warm from the ride it made. The evening settled on the rooftops without asking for applause. Every house was telling stories through the light behind the glass. Different lives, familiar moments, quietly unfolding fast. The lights were already on by the time I made it home. Every window held a story. Every doorway felt well known. Nothing special, nothing fancy, just the comfort of the day. Sometimes home isn't a place, it's the feeling that remains. The lights were already on, waiting quietly for me. The neighbor watered little tomatoes, growing proudly by the gate. Someone practiced on the piano, missing notes but sounding brave. A dog came running to the sidewalk, hoping I'd stop for a while. Its tail wagged like we'd been friends forever, though we'd only met tonight. The kettle started softly singing as I hung my jacket near the door. The smell of tea filled up the kitchen like it always had before. Some endings don't need fireworks or a sky full of surprise. Sometimes a lamp beside the window is enough to warm the night. The lights were already on by the time I made it home. Every window held a story. Every doorway felt well known. Nothing special, nothing fancy, just the comfort of the day. Sometimes home isn't a place, it's the feeling that remains. The lights were already on, waiting quietly for me. Tomorrow morning I'll head out again past these same familiar streets. But tonight I'm thankful for the silence waiting on the other side of the key. Every journey needs an ending, every song a final line. Maybe that's what makes tomorrow feel exciting every time. The lights were already on, and so was everything I needed. A warm room, a quiet evening, and memories worth keeping. If today looked ordinary, looking back it wasn't so. The happiest days are often hiding inside the days we think we know. The lights were already on, and somehow so was my heart. The key turned softly, the kettle whistled, home welcomed me back. The dishes dried beside the window, marked one page, a cafe receipt marked another. Tiny pieces of an ordinary day quietly became a treasure. The jacket I had worn all afternoon still carried the smell of coffee beans. Funny how familiar moments stay inside the smallest things. The world outside grew calm and quiet. Streetlights painted gentle gold. For once I wasn't chasing tomorrow. Tonight already felt complete. Tomorrow can wait a little. I'm still smiling from today. There are conversations worth remembering that I don't wanna rush away. One more page before I close this notebook. One more song before the night. Some memories deserve a moment before we turn off all the lights. Tomorrow can wait a little. Today still feels alive. I thought about the little bakery opening before the sun. The train ride by the window and the stranger who shared the last cookie. The bridge dressed up in evening colors, the shortcut lined with friendly waves. Every stop along the journey found a place inside my day. Nothing happened that the newspapers would ever choose to write about. Still, I wouldn't trade these moments for a louder kind of life. Maybe joy doesn't arrive all at once. Maybe it quietly gathers through the day. One kind word, one familiar smile, one memory at a time. Tomorrow can wait a little. I'm still smiling from today. There are conversations worth remembering that I don't wanna rush away. One more page before I close this notebook. One more song before the night. Some memories deserve a moment before we turn off all the lights. Tomorrow can wait a little. Today still feels alive. Morning always comes eventually. Another street, another view, another cup of coffee waiting, another chance to notice something new. If I learned one thing from today, it's not to hurry past the ordinary, because the days we almost overlook often become our favorites. Tomorrow can wait a little. There's nothing left I need to chase. The best part wasn't one big moment. It was every small one along the way. The bakery bell, the passing train, the laughter from the corner cafe, the quiet bridge, the glowing windows. Every scene still finds its place. I'll open my door again tomorrow, ready for another story to begin. But tonight I'll keep this feeling exactly as it is. Tomorrow can wait a little, because today was more than enough. I turned off the lamp, the room became quiet. Outside another day was getting ready. Inside this one was still gently